Freedom Rich, written and published by Rich Audiobooks. What does it really cost to live free, not just survive, but thrive on your own terms? The answer changes with age, lifestyle, and ambition. Whether you're 25 or 65, there's a number that buys back your time, your peace, and your power. In this guide, we break down exactly how much you need at every stage of life to become freedom rich, so you stop working for money and let money work for the life you truly want. Lesson 1. At 20, invest in learning and bold moves. Your 20s represent the most valuable investment opportunity of your life, not in stocks, real estate, or cryptocurrencies, but in yourself. At 20, you possess an unparalleled combination of time, energy, and freedom from obligations that will never quite exist again in the same way. This chapter isn't about how to get rich quick. It's about laying the foundation for lasting freedom through strategic risk-taking, tamping out in permitting inflow. The conventional wisdom tells you to find a stable job, start saving for retirement, and begin climbing the corporate ladder. While there's nothing inherently wrong with this path, it often leads to a delayed pursuit of freedom. Instead, consider this period as your personal research and development phase. Your primary focus should be acquiring knowledge, experiences, and skills that will compound throughout your life, even if it means living on a minimum viable income. The true ROI of education extends far beyond the classroom. While formal education can provide valuable credentials, the most important learning often happens through real-world experience. This might mean starting a small business that fails, taking an unconventional job in a high-growth industry, or moving to a new country to expand your perspective. These experiences, while potentially costly in the short term, often deliver returns that far exceed their initial investment. The power of bold moves in your early 20s comes from their asymmetric risk profile. When you have minimal obligations and responsibilities, you can take chances that would be much riskier later in life. A failed venture at 20 becomes a valuable learning experience. The same failure at 40 could jeopardize your family's financial security. This is why your 20s are the perfect time to experiment with different business models, career paths, and income strategies. Money management in your early 20s should focus on maintaining maximum flexibility while avoiding wealth-destroying decisions. This means keeping fixed expenses low, avoiding unnecessary debt, and maintaining enough liquid savings to capitalize on opportunities. Rather than trying to accumulate wealth, focus on building your capacity to generate wealth through knowledge and skill. The freedom mindset must be cultivated before significant wealth exists. This means understanding that true wealth isn't about accumulating the largest possible number in your bank account. It's about creating options and autonomy in your life. Start asking yourself what freedom means to you personally. Is it the ability to work from anywhere? The option to take extended breaks between projects? The capacity to pursue creative endeavors without immediate profit pressure? Your financial benchmarks at this age should prioritize learning and experimentation over accumulation. Rather than targeting a specific net worth, measure your progress by the number of income-generating skills you've developed, the valuable connections you've made, and the business models you've tested. The goal is to emerge from your early 20s with a deep understanding of how money works and multiple paths to generate it. The most valuable investment you can make at 20 isn't in any external asset. It's in developing your ability to spot opportunities, adapt to changing circumstances, and create value in multiple ways. This might mean foregoing immediate income to work with a mentor, spending savings on courses or tools that expand your capabilities, or living frugally while building something from scratch. These investments in yourself, while often invisible on a balance sheet, form the foundation of future freedom. At 20, time is your most abundant asset. Use it to explore, learn, and take calculated risks that others can't or won't take. Your freedom journey begins not with accumulating assets, but with building the mindset, skills, and experiences that will allow you to create and maintain wealth on your own terms throughout your life. Lesson 2. At 25, build skill sets that scale. Your mid-20s represent a critical juncture where the skills you develop can exponentially impact your future freedom. While others chase job titles or quick promotions, the freedom-minded 25-year-old focuses on acquiring transferable skills that create lasting value across multiple domains and markets. The most valuable skills at this age are those that scale without requiring more of your time. Technical skills like programming, data analysis, or digital marketing can be leveraged across industries and automated as you progress. Creative skills such as writing, design, or video production can be packaged into products or services that generate income while you sleep. Business skills, including sales, negotiation, and strategic thinking, become more valuable as markets evolve and companies transform. Skill stacking, the deliberate combination of complementary abilities, creates unique value that the market rewards generously. A programmer who understands user psychology and can write compelling copy becomes an invaluable product developer. A marketer who grasps data analytics and basic design principles can single-handedly launch successful campaigns. These combination skill sets not only command higher compensation, but also provide the versatility to pivot as opportunities arise. The key is focusing on skills that retain or increase in value over time. While specific software tools or platforms may become obsolete, fundamental capabilities like problem-solving, communication, and adaptability appreciate with experience. These transferable skills form your freedom capital, assets that can't be taken away and can be deployed in countless ways to generate income. At 25, you still have the luxury of time to develop deep expertise through deliberate practice. Invest in online courses, certifications, and hands-on projects that build your skill portfolio. Seek out mentors who have mastered the capabilities you want to acquire. Take on challenging assignments that force you to grow, even if they don't immediately pay well. The compound interest on skill development in your 20s is staggering. Your financial decisions should support this skill-building phase. Live below your means and redirect funds toward education and tools that accelerate learning. Build an emergency fund that gives you the freedom to take calculated risks and change direction when better opportunities arise. Start investing small amounts to learn the mechanics of growing wealth, but prioritize investing in yourself first. The skills you develop now will determine your earning potential for decades to come. But beyond income, the right skill sets create optionality, the freedom to choose how, where, and with whom you work. They enable you to spot opportunities others miss and adapt as technology and markets evolve. Most importantly, they give you the confidence to chart your own path rather than following conventional career track. Look for ways to practice your developing skills through side projects that could eventually become businesses. Build a portfolio that showcases your capabilities. Network with others who share your interests and ambitions. The connections you make while skill building often lead to opportunities you never could have planned for. The goal isn't to become a jack of all trades, but rather to develop a distinctive combination of abilities that solve valuable problems. Focus on skills that energize you and align with your natural strengths. The sweet spot lies where your interests, abilities, and market demand intersect. That's where you'll find both financial rewards and the freedom to do work that matters to you. Your 25th year marks the start of your prime skill-building decade. The investments you make now in developing scalable capabilities will compound throughout your career, creating opportunities for both wealth and freedom that your peers who focus solely on climbing corporate ladders may never discover. Lesson 3. At 30, your money must start working. By age 30, you've likely accumulated some savings and established yourself professionally. This decade marks a crucial transition, where your relationship with money must fundamentally change, from you working for money to money working for you. The shift isn't just about having investments, it's about creating systematic wealth generation that supports your path to freedom. Your 30s represent peak earning potential combined with growing financial obligations. This combination creates both opportunity and urgency to establish investment systems that generate returns independent of your daily efforts. The goal isn't to become an investment expert, but to position your capital where it can multiply while you focus on your career and personal life. The first step is understanding the difference between passive and active investing. Many 30-somethings make the mistake of trying to actively trade stocks or time the market, which often leads to poor returns and unnecessary stress. Instead, focus on creating an investment framework that generates consistent returns through diversified, low-cost, index funds, dividend-paying stocks, and possibly real estate investments that align with your freedom goals. Your investment strategy should mirror your desired lifestyle. If geographic freedom matters to you, avoid investments that require local management. If you value time freedom, skip opportunities that demand constant monitoring. The key is matching your investments to your personal freedom definition while maintaining the discipline to stick with your chosen approach. This is also the time to leverage tax-advantaged accounts strategically. While retirement accounts are important, don't lock up all your money in vehicles you can't access until age 59 1/2. Create a three-tiered investment structure. Retirement accounts for tax advantages, liquid investments for flexibility, and alternative investments for potential higher returns. This balanced approach provides both long-term security and the freedom to adapt to changing circumstances. Your 30-something freedom number, the amount needed to maintain your desired lifestyle without active income, becomes your North Star for investment decisions. Calculate this number based on your current expenses plus a buffer for future lifestyle changes. Typically, you'll need investments generating returns equal to 25-30 times your annual expenses to achieve sustainable freedom. This number might seem daunting, but breaking it down into monthly investment targets makes it achievable. The power of compound interest really shows itself during this decade. A dollar invested at 30 has 35-40 years to grow before traditional retirement age. This time advantage means you can take a more measured approach to investing, focusing on consistent contributions rather than trying to hit home runs with risky investments. The goal is steady progress toward your freedom number, not overnight success. Your investment strategy should also include regular rebalancing and performance reviews. Set quarterly dates to assess your portfolio's alignment with your freedom goals. Are your investments growing at the rate needed to reach your targets? Are they requiring more attention than you'd like to give them? Use these reviews to adjust your approach while staying committed to the core principle: your money should be working harder than you are. The 30s are when many people fall into the lifestyle inflation trap, letting increased income lead to increased spending. Instead, maintain your lifestyle at a comfortable but moderate level while directing additional income into investments. This approach accelerates your journey to financial freedom while building habits that serve you long after you've reached your initial goals. Your money working for you doesn't mean completely passive investing. It means creating systems where your wealth grows through smart allocation of capital rather than through your direct daily effort. The investment framework you establish in your 30s becomes the foundation for all future wealth building, so take the time to get it right. Lesson 4. At 35, focus on passive income. By age 35, you've likely accumulated valuable experience, skills, and some capital. Now is the critical time to shift your wealth-building strategy from primarily active income to establishing multiple streams of passive income. This transition marks the difference between staying trapped in the time-for-money equation and creating true financial freedom. Passive income isn't about getting rich quickly or finding magical investments that require zero effort. Instead, it's about strategically positioning your existing resources, money, knowledge, and networks to generate returns with decreasing amounts of active involvement. The goal is to gradually build income streams that continue flowing whether you're working or not. The most accessible starting point for many 35-year-olds is transforming their expertise into digital products, courses, or subscription services. These vehicles allow you to package your knowledge once and sell it repeatedly with minimal ongoing effort. While the initial creation requires significant work, the long-term payoff in passive revenue can be substantial. A well-designed online course or membership site can generate income for years with only periodic updates and maintenance. Real estate remains another cornerstone of passive income building, but the approach at 35 should be strategic rather than opportunistic. Focus on properties that generate consistent cash flow rather than speculating on appreciation. Consider turnkey investments or partnering with experienced operators rather than managing properties yourself. The key is finding the sweet spot between reliable returns and minimal time investment. Dividend-paying stocks and index funds form another crucial passive income pillar. While younger investors often focus purely on growth, your 35-year-old self should start building a portfolio that generates quarterly income through high-quality dividend stocks and bond funds. This doesn't mean abandoning growth entirely, but rather creating a balanced approach that delivers both appreciation and regular passive income. An often overlooked passive income strategy at this age is licensing intellectual property or creating systems that others can operate. If you've developed effective business processes, methodologies, or proprietary approaches in your field, consider packaging these as licensable assets. This might mean franchising a successful business model, licensing technology you've developed, or creating turnkey systems others can implement. The transition to passive income requires careful attention to tax implications and structure. Different passive income streams are taxed at varying rates, and proper planning can significantly impact your net returns. Consider establishing appropriate legal entities to hold different income streams and working with tax professionals who understand passive income optimization. The greatest challenge for 35-year-olds building passive income is maintaining focus on their primary career while developing these secondary streams. Your active income is still crucial at this stage, providing the capital and stability needed to build passive revenue sources. The key is finding the right balance, investing enough time and resources in passive income development without compromising your main income source. Your freedom number at 35 should include both your current lifestyle needs and the capital required to generate passive income that could eventually replace your active income. While complete replacement might not be immediate, having a clear target helps guide investment decisions and resource allocation. Consider what percentage of your expenses could be covered by passive income within the next 5 years and work backward to determine the investments needed to reach that goal. The shift toward passive income at 35 represents a crucial pivot point in your freedom journey. It's when you begin breaking free from the linear relationship between time and money, creating the foundation for true financial independence. The passive income streams you establish now, given time to compound and grow, will become the engines of freedom in your later years. Lesson 5. At 40, protect your assets with structure. By age 40, you've likely accumulated significant assets through various income streams, investments, and perhaps a business venture or two. This milestone decade brings a crucial shift in wealth management, moving from pure accumulation to strategic protection. Your free journey now requires sophisticated structural support to preserve what you've built while continuing to grow your wealth efficiently. The foundation of asset protection starts with understanding the legal frameworks available to you. While many focus solely on basic estate planning, true freedom-oriented structuring goes deeper. Limited liability companies, family trusts, and holding companies aren't just for the ultra-wealthy. They're essential tools for anyone serious about maintaining their freedom. These structures create legal separation between your personal and business assets, ensuring that one sector's challenges don't compromise your entire wealth portfolio. Tax optimization becomes increasingly critical at this stage, not just for preservation but for freedom enhancement. The strategic use of tax-advantaged accounts, timing of income recognition, and thoughtful investment location can significantly impact your wealth's growth trajectory. Consider how different jurisdictions treat various types of income and structure your affairs accordingly. The goal isn't tax avoidance, but rather tax efficiency that aligns with your freedom objectives. Insurance takes on new importance in your 40s as your wealth grows more complex. Beyond basic life and disability coverage, consider umbrella policies that protect against unforeseen liabilities. Key person insurance becomes relevant if you've built a business, while specialized coverage might be needed for unique assets or income streams. The right insurance strategy acts as a freedom shield, preventing catastrophic losses that could derail your financial independence. Your 40s also present an ideal time to implement a comprehensive wealth consolidation strategy. This doesn't mean putting all your assets in one place, quite the opposite. It means creating an organized, interconnected system where your various wealth components work together efficiently. Consider how your business interests, investment properties, stock portfolio, and retirement accounts can be structured to support each other while maintaining appropriate separation for risk management. The freedom-oriented wealth structure should also account for potential life changes. Divorce, career shifts, market downturns, or health issues can all impact your financial situation. Building flexibility into your asset protection strategy ensures that your wealth remains resilient and adaptable. This might include creating separate property trusts, maintaining liquid reserves, or establishing clear succession plans for business interests. Estate planning takes on new urgency at this stage, not just for tax efficiency, but for maintaining control over your wealth's future direction. Consider how your assets will transfer to the next generation while preserving the freedom principles you've built your wealth upon. This might involve setting up educational trusts, creating incentive structures, or establishing family investment vehicles that teach financial responsibility while protecting assets. The complexity of your financial life at 40 requires professional expertise, but choose advisors who understand your freedom-first approach. Your team might include a tax strategist, estate attorney, insurance specialist, and wealth manager, all working in concert to protect and grow your assets. The key is finding professionals who see beyond traditional wealth preservation to understand how structure can enhance rather than restrict your financial freedom. Asset protection isn't about building an impenetrable fortress. It's about creating a flexible, resilient framework that supports your freedom goals. The structures you put in place should enhance your ability to make choices, take calculated risks, and pivot when opportunities arise. They should provide peace of mind without becoming administrative burdens that consume your time and energy. Lesson 6. At 45, double down on what works. By age 45, you've likely encountered both victories and setbacks in your wealth-building journey. This is the critical moment to analyze your financial portfolio with ruthless honesty and optimize for maximum freedom. The key is not to chase new opportunities, but to amplify what's already generating results. Your wealth portfolio by this stage should reveal clear patterns of what drives your financial growth. Some investments consistently outperform, while others drain resources or demand excessive attention. This is the time to conduct a freedom efficiency audit of every asset, investment, and income stream. Look beyond pure returns and evaluate each component based on how it serves your ultimate goal of financial freedom. The most successful wealth builders at 45 recognize that simplification often leads to amplification. Rather than diversifying into new ventures, they increase their stakes in proven winners. This might mean expanding your most profitable rental properties, scaling up your best-performing business unit, or increasing allocation to investment strategies with demonstrated success. The goal is to create deeper roots in fertile soil rather than constantly seeking new ground. Your career at 45 also deserves strategic consideration through the freedom lens. Many professionals reach peak earning potential during this decade, but the true opportunity lies in leveraging this position for greater autonomy. Consider negotiating for equity instead of salary increases, transitioning to advisory roles that require less time commitment, or using your expertise to create scalable income streams. The focus should be on maximizing income while decreasing the time-money link. This is also the age when many find themselves caught between competing financial priorities, college expenses for children, aging parents, and their own freedom goals. Rather than diluting your wealth strategy to address all these needs, strengthen your core wealth engines to generate surplus that can support multiple objectives. A robust passive income stream can provide more options than trying to solve every challenge through direct funding. The midlife wealth acceleration blueprint requires psychological adjustment as much as financial restructuring. Many struggle to abandon strategies that worked in the past or resist concentrating resources in fewer areas. But at 45, the opportunity cost of maintaining underperforming investments or scattered focus becomes too high. Every dollar and hour must be evaluated against its contribution to your freedom timeline. Your relationships with financial professionals should evolve during this period. Rather than working with generalists, seek out specialists who deeply understand your most successful wealth vehicles. These experts can help identify optimization opportunities within your existing portfolio rather than pushing you toward new products or strategies. Their role is to help you extract maximum value from your proven winners. Health and wealth become increasingly intertwined after 45. Your ability to maintain and grow your freedom portfolio depends on physical and mental resilience. Invest in preventive health care, stress management, and lifestyle choices that protect your capacity to oversee your wealth. Consider this an extension of asset protection. Your health is the foundation that supports all wealth-building activities. This decade marks the transition from wealth accumulation to wealth acceleration through focused optimization. By doubling down on what works, eliminating what doesn't, and resisting the temptation to overcomplicate your financial life, you create the conditions for exponential growth in your freedom portfolio. The goal is to enter your 50s with a streamlined, powerful wealth engine that runs with increasing efficiency and decreasing personal involvement. Lesson 7. At 50, streamline and automate wealth. By age 50, you've likely accumulated significant wealth through various channels. But the key question becomes, how can you maintain and grow your wealth while reducing the time and energy required to manage it? This chapter explores the critical transition from active wealth management to automated systems that preserve your freedom. The first step in streamlining your wealth is acknowledging that complexity is the enemy of execution. Many investors fall into the trap of maintaining too many accounts, investments, and financial relationships that require constant attention. Your wealth should serve you, not become a second job. Begin by consolidating accounts where possible and eliminating redundant investment vehicles. This doesn't mean oversimplifying your portfolio, but rather creating an elegant system where each component serves a specific purpose. Automation becomes your greatest ally in this phase of life. Modern financial technology offers unprecedented opportunities to create self-maintaining wealth systems. Set up automatic rebalancing for your investment portfolios, recurring transfers for dollar cost averaging, and automated bill payments for regular expenses. These systems should operate like a well-oiled machine, requiring only periodic checkups rather than constant maintenance. The 50S represent a crucial period for optimizing your wealth efficiency ratio, the amount of wealth generated per hour of active management. Consider implementing a 3-tier investment system: core automated investments for stable growth, semi-automated strategic investments for higher returns, and a small portion for active management, where your expertise adds genuine value. This structure allows you to maintain control while minimizing the daily demands on your time. Your passive income streams should now be mature enough to operate with minimal intervention. If they're not, this is the time to restructure them. Real estate investments should have professional property management, business interests should have capable operators, and investment portfolios should be managed by qualified advisors or automated platforms. The goal is to create distance between your daily involvement and your wealth generation. Security becomes paramount as your wealth automation increases. Implement robust monitoring systems that alert you to unusual activities or significant market changes. Your automated wealth machine should include multiple safeguards and circuit breakers to protect against both external threats and potential system failures. Regular security audits and updates ensure your wealth remains protected as technology evolves. The psychological aspect of automation often proves challenging for successful people who built their wealth through active management. Learning to trust automated systems requires a mindset shift from control to oversight. Start small, testing automated solutions with a portion of your wealth before expanding their scope. Track the results objectively, and you'll likely find that automated systems often outperform manual management by removing emotional decision-making and ensuring consistency. This decade typically marks the peak of your wealth accumulation journey, making it crucial to understand your true enough number. With automation in place, you can focus on optimizing your wealth for freedom rather than maximum growth. Calculate the monthly passive income required to maintain your desired lifestyle, then design your automated systems to reliably generate this amount with minimal volatility. Your wealth dashboard should provide clear visibility into all automated processes while requiring minimal input. Modern wealth management platforms can aggregate data from multiple sources, providing real-time insights into your entire financial picture. This comprehensive view allows you to spot potential issues early while spending less time on day-to-day management. The ultimate goal of streamlining and automating your wealth at 50 is to create more space for life while ensuring your financial security continues to grow. When properly implemented, these systems provide the freedom to focus on what truly matters, whether that's pursuing new interests, spending time with family, or planning your legacy. Your wealth should work silently in the background, supporting your lifestyle without demanding your constant attention. Lesson 8. At 55, optimize for time and legacy. By age 55, your relationship with wealth should shift dramatically from accumulation to optimization. This is the age when time becomes your most precious asset, far more valuable than any dollar amount in your investment accounts. The freedom-rich approach at this stage isn't about chasing higher returns or implementing complex strategies. It's about designing your wealth to serve your time and shape your legacy. Your first priority should be automating and simplifying your wealth management systems to minimize the time spent overseeing your finances. This means consolidating accounts, streamlining investment vehicles, and potentially working with trusted advisors who understand your freedom-first priorities. The goal is to spend no more than a few hours per month managing your wealth, freeing up your mental bandwidth for what matters most to you. Legacy planning at 55 isn't just about deciding who gets what after you're gone. It's about intentionally structuring your wealth to create positive impact while you're alive to witness it. This might mean setting up educational trusts for grandchildren, funding causes you care about, or creating opportunities for family members to pursue their own freedom journey. The key is ensuring your wealth continues to generate freedom not just for you, but for those you care about. This is also the time to seriously evaluate your housing situation. Many freedom-rich people at this age choose to right-size their living arrangements, often moving to lower-cost areas or simplified housing solutions that require less maintenance and overhead. This isn't about downsizing for the sake of it, but rather about optimizing your living situation to maximize both financial freedom and quality of life. Your investment strategy should shift toward preservation while maintaining growth potential. This doesn't mean moving everything to conservative investments, but rather creating a balanced portfolio that can weather market volatility without requiring constant attention or causing anxiety. The freedom number you need at this age should account for both your desired lifestyle and the legacy you want to leave behind. Mortality becomes an increasingly important factor in your wealth strategy at 55. Setting aside funds for potential medical expenses and long-term care isn't just practical, it's essential for maintaining your freedom as you age. This might mean exploring creative insurance solutions or setting up dedicated health savings vehicles that can grow tax efficiently while providing peace of mind. Your career approach should also reflect this optimization mindset. Many freedom-rich people at this age transition to advisory roles, consulting positions, or passion projects that leverage their expertise while providing more flexibility and autonomy. The goal is to maintain income streams that energize rather than drain you, allowing you to stay engaged on your own terms. Technology plays a crucial role in this optimization phase. Embracing digital tools for wealth management, communication with advisors, and legacy planning can significantly reduce the time and energy required to maintain your financial life. The key is selecting tools that simplify rather than complicate, ensuring technology serves your freedom goals rather than creating new obligations. By focusing on optimization at 55, you're setting yourself up for a transition into your 60s and beyond, where wealth truly serves its highest purpose, providing the freedom to spend your time exactly as you choose while creating lasting positive impact for future generations. This is the age when your earlier freedom-focused decisions begin to pay their greatest dividends, not just in financial terms, but in the currency of time, choice, and legacy. Lesson 9. At 60, reduce risk and simplify life. As you enter your 60s, the wealth game fundamentally shifts from accumulation to preservation and smart distribution. This decade marks a crucial transition, where your focus moves from building wealth to ensuring it sustains you through the rest of your life while maintaining the freedom you've worked so hard to achieve. The first priority at 60 is conducting a comprehensive risk assessment of your entire wealth portfolio. Many people make the mistake of becoming too conservative too quickly, but the real goal is finding the sweet spot between sweet spot and continued growth. Your wealth still needs to outpace inflation while providing reliable income streams. This often means maintaining a carefully balanced portfolio with a mix of lower-risk bonds, dividend-producing stocks, and real estate investments that generate steady cash flow. Simplification becomes your most powerful tool during this phase. Look at every investment, account, and financial relationship through the lens of necessity and efficiency. Do you really need 5 different brokerages, multiple rental properties in different states, a dozen credit cards? Each complexity in your financial life represents a potential point of stress or failure. The goal is to consolidate and streamline without sacrificing diversification or returns. Your spending patterns also need careful examination at this stage. Many find themselves caught between supporting adult children, helping aging parents, and maintaining their own lifestyle. This is the time to establish clear boundaries and communicate them to family members. Your financial freedom cannot be compromised by open-ended commitments, no matter how well-intentioned. Create specific plans for any family support you choose to provide, ensuring it doesn't jeopardize your long-term security. Healthcare costs become an increasingly important consideration in your 60s. The freedom equation must now include provisions for potential medical expenses that can quickly erode wealth. This means understanding Medicare options, considering long-term care insurance, and maintaining an emergency fund specifically for health costs. Your freedom number needs to account for these realities while still allowing you to live comfortably. Tax efficiency takes on new importance as you begin taking distributions from retirement accounts. The sequence and timing of withdrawals from different accounts can significantly impact your tax burden and overall wealth preservation. Working with a tax professional to create a multi-year distribution strategy can save substantial amounts and protect your freedom capital. This is also the time to ensure your estate planning truly reflects your wishes and values. Beyond just having basic documents in place, your estate plan should be structured to transfer wealth efficiently while minimizing complexity for your heirs. Consider setting up trusts or other vehicles that can protect assets and provide for loved ones without creating administrative burdens or family conflicts. Technology can be your ally in simplifying financial management. Automated payment systems, portfolio rebalancing services, and digital document storage can reduce the time and energy needed to manage your wealth. The goal is to create a financial life that runs smoothly with minimal intervention, freeing you to focus on what matters most to you during this phase of life. Your relationship with money should evolve at 60 to emphasize peace of mind over performance. This doesn't mean accepting subpar returns, but rather structuring your wealth so that market volatility doesn't keep you up at night. The freedom you've built should now serve you, providing steady income and stability while requiring less active management and stress. Lesson 10. At 65 plus, your wealth should pay you. By age 65, your relationship with money should fundamentally shift from accumulation to distribution. The wealth you've built over decades needs to transform into a reliable stream of income that supports your desired lifestyle without requiring active management or causing constant worry about market fluctuations. This transition represents the ultimate test of your freedom-building journey. The wealth structures you've created should now operate like a well-oiled machine, generating consistent cash flow through various channels: investment dividends, rental income, business royalties, and other passive sources. Your portfolio should be positioned to provide both growth and income, with a careful balance that protects against inflation while delivering the regular payments you need. The key to success at this stage lies in designing an intelligent distribution strategy that maximizes your freedom while minimizing tax implications. Rather than withdrawing funds haphazardly, consider establishing a systematic withdrawal plan that coordinates across all your income sources. This might mean taking required minimum distributions from retirement accounts, collecting Social Security at the optimal time, and harvesting dividends from your investment portfolio in a tax-efficient sequence. Your wealth should now work harder than ever, but in a different way. Instead of focusing on aggressive growth, your financial strategy should emphasize preservation and reliable income generation. This doesn't mean abandoning growth entirely. Longevity risk remains a real concern, and your portfolio needs to maintain some growth elements to ensure your wealth lasts as long as you do. The freedom quotient of your wealth becomes particularly important now. Every dollar in your portfolio should serve a specific purpose in supporting your lifestyle freedom. This might mean restructuring investments to favor income-producing assets such as dividend-paying stocks, bonds, or real estate investments that generate regular cash flow. The goal is to create multiple streams of predictable income that together exceed your basic living expenses. At this stage, simplicity becomes increasingly valuable. Your wealth management system should run with minimal intervention, allowing you to focus on enjoying the freedom you've built. This might mean consolidating accounts, streamlining investment holdings, or setting up automatic distribution systems that require little ongoing oversight. The psychological adjustment to living off your wealth can be challenging, even for those who have planned well. Many struggle with the transition from saving to spending, having spent decades building the habit of accumulation. Understanding that spending your wealth is not only acceptable, but the intended outcome of your freedom-building journey is crucial. Your wealth exists to serve your freedom, not the other way around. Consider, too, the role of your wealth in creating a legacy of freedom for others. This might involve setting up structures to support family members, contribute to causes you care about, or pass on both financial resources and freedom-oriented wisdom to the next generation. Your wealth can continue working to create freedom long after you're gone, if properly structured. The freedom number at this stage becomes less about accumulation targets and more about sustainable distribution rates. Understanding exactly how much you can safely withdraw while maintaining your wealth becomes crucial. This number should account for not just your basic needs, but also your desired lifestyle, healthcare costs, and the impact of inflation over what could be several decades of retirement. Your wealth should now provide not just financial freedom, but also peace of mind. The systems you've built should deliver regular income without requiring constant monitoring or adjustment, allowing you to focus on enjoying the freedom you've created. This is the ultimate test of whether you've truly built wealth that serves your freedom rather than demands your servitude. Lesson 11. At every age, choose freedom over status. The most insidious trap on the path to financial freedom isn't market volatility, inflation, or even debt. It's the constant pull of status-seeking behavior that drains our resources and redirects them away from true freedom. At every age and stage of wealth building, we face decisions that pit freedom against status, and these choices ultimately determine whether we achieve genuine financial independence or remain trapped in the cycle of earning and spending to maintain appearances. Status spending comes disguised as investment in self or maintaining professional image, making it particularly dangerous for those on the path to freedom. The luxury car lease that seems justified for client meetings, the oversized house in the prestigious neighborhood for networking opportunities, or the exclusive club membership for business connections, these are the modern status symbols that create golden handcuffs demanding ever-increasing income to maintain. The freedom-first approach requires a fundamental shift in how we view these decisions. Instead of asking, "What can I afford?" or "What's expected at my level?" we must ask, "Does this choice bring me closer to or further from freedom?" This simple filter transforms decision-making at every income level. A freedom-oriented professional might choose to drive a reliable used car and invest the difference in income-producing assets. They might opt for a modest home in a good but not prestigious area, directing the saved money into business opportunities or passive income streams. This principle extends beyond major purchases into daily choices. The freedom seeker questions whether the expensive gym membership truly delivers more value than a home workout setup, whether the designer wardrobe serves any purpose beyond impressing others, or whether the lavish vacation is worth the extra months of work required to pay for it. These aren't decisions about deprivation. They're conscious choices to prioritize freedom over temporary status satisfaction. The challenge intensifies as income grows. Higher earnings often come with increased social pressure to display success through consumption. Colleagues, friends, and family may question choices that don't align with traditional symbols of achievement. This is where the freedom mindset proves invaluable. Understanding that true wealth is measured in options and autonomy, not in visible tokens of success, provides the strength to resist social pressure and stay focused on freedom-building activities. The status-freedom trade-off also appears in career decisions. Taking a lower-paying role that offers more flexibility and potential for growth might seem like a step backward to status-oriented observers. But if that role allows you to build a side business, invest in your education, or create passive income streams, it could be the more freedom-oriented choice. The same applies to entrepreneurial ventures. Choosing a profitable but unglamorous business over a trendy but challenging startup might be the faster path to freedom. This principle becomes particularly relevant in midlife, when status expectations are highest and the opportunity cost of status-seeking behavior becomes more apparent. The executive who maintains an expensive lifestyle to match their position might have less actual freedom than their peer who lived below their means and built a portfolio of rental properties. The difference isn't in their income, but in their priorities and choices over time. The freedom over salary approach also shapes investment decisions. While others might chase trendy investments or brag about speculative wins, the freedom-focused investor builds a portfolio based on reliable income generation and long-term stability. They are less concerned with having impressive stories for dinner parties and more interested in creating sustainable wealth that doesn't require constant attention or risk-taking. The ultimate test of this principle comes when facing opportunities to trade freedom for status. Whether it's taking on a high-pressure job for the prestigious title, upgrading to a more expensive lifestyle to match peers, or maintaining costly obligations to preserve social standing, these moments require us to actively choose freedom over status. Those who consistently make this choice find themselves progressively more free, while those who repeatedly choose status often find themselves trapped in increasingly demanding situations that restrict their freedom. Lesson 12. Know your number, then design around it. The most powerful number in your financial life isn't your net worth, income, or investment returns. It's your personal freedom number, the amount you need to live life on your own terms. This number becomes your North Star, guiding every financial decision and helping you filter opportunities through the lens of what truly matters. Your freedom number isn't static. It evolves as you progress through life stages, reflecting changing priorities, responsibilities, and aspirations. The process of calculating this number starts with brutal honesty about your essential expenses, lifestyle preferences, and the buffer you need to feel secure. Take your current annual expenses and multiply them by 25, but this is just the beginning. Consider the lifestyle you want, not just the one you have. Factor in healthcare costs, which tend to increase with age. Account for inflation, which erodes purchasing power over time. Add a margin for the unexpected, because life rarely follows our careful plans. The resulting number might seem daunting at first, but it's far more useful than a vague notion of being rich. Once you have your number, it becomes easier to evaluate every financial choice through this framework. A new car purchase isn't just about monthly payments. It's about how many months or years it pushes back your freedom date. A career opportunity isn't just about salary. It's about whether it accelerates or delays your path to your number. Investment decisions become clearer when you know exactly how much you need to generate. This number-driven approach also helps avoid the lifestyle inflation that derails many wealth-building journeys. Instead of automatically upgrading your lifestyle with each pay raise, you can consciously choose which improvements genuinely enhance your freedom rather than just your status. Some luxuries might be worth delaying your freedom date, for others might not stand up to this scrutiny. The real power of knowing your number lies in its ability to drive creative solutions. When you know exactly what you're aiming for, you can design multiple paths to reach it. Maybe you don't need to save as much as you thought. You can instead focus on building passive income streams. Perhaps you don't need such a large number if you're willing to live in a lower-cost area or embrace a simpler lifestyle. Your number becomes a tool for designing your ideal life, not just a target to hit. This number-based blueprint also helps navigate the psychological challenges of wealth building. Market downturns become less stressful when you know exactly how they impact your freedom timeline. Career setbacks feel less devastating when you can quantify their effect on your ultimate goal. The clarity of your number helps maintain perspective during both successes and setbacks. Your freedom number isn't about reaching a finish line and stopping. It's about reaching a point where work becomes optional, where your time truly belongs to you. This might mean continuing to work but on your own terms, starting a passion project without worrying about profitability, or dedicating yourself to causes you care about. Your number is the foundation that makes these choices possible. Let your freedom number be dynamic, reviewing and adjusting it annually as your life circumstances change. What seemed like enough at 30 might need revision at 40. What felt luxurious at 45 might feel constraining at 55. The goal isn't to hit an arbitrary target, but to maintain the lifestyle that brings you genuine satisfaction and peace of mind. Your personal freedom number becomes the cornerstone of all financial decisions, transforming abstract concepts of wealth into concrete, actionable targets. It's not just about having more, it's about having enough to live life on your own terms. This clarity turns the overwhelming journey of wealth building into a series of deliberate steps toward a well-defined destination.